What else was it that I wanted to talk to you guys about? We talked about Spanish. We talked about consistency. We talked about the bodybuilding. We talked about hello, party people, and welcome to The Search. I am Dina Rell, for those who do not know, and this is going to be a January recap, as well as talk about some of the things that I am planning for 2026, or some of my goals that I have for 2026. When this video goes up, it will be the second week before Valentine's Day. So, yeah. So, for the recap, as some of you may or may not have seen, and I really hope that you can hear me because my car is really loud on the list of things to get fixed. But January recap started off the year with 2 weeks in Hawaii, which I had a part 1 and a part 2 vlog of that, and then some of the other stuff I've been doing shorts or posting stuff on Instagram for that, and it'll probably take me maybe a couple more weeks to get through all of that, of the other content, the shorter form content that I've been posting for Hawaii. But yeah, that is what we did. It was a great way to start the year. And going to Hawaii, the reason that we went to Hawaii was a celebration of my sister finishing her PhD in psychology, my Nana, my bio mom's mom, who she turned 70 in December, and then we were there on my birthday, which is January 10th, and I was there with just me and my sister for the first part of it, and then all the rest of everybody that came for the rest of the festivities was the second week. But yeah, benefit of being a January baby is that experiencing a 2-week vacation at the beginning of the year was like, 2 weeks is the perfect amount to go somewhere and do something vacation wise. Like, I have not always been able to do that, just because, you know, when you work, you have a certain amount of vacation days and stuff like that. But because there's other stuff that I like to do throughout the year, like people who have watched my videos, you guys know that I like to travel and do stuff when I can figure out how to make it work to get the days off and stuff like that. And I'm like, oh, okay. So at my job, they give you the option to work on holidays, and when you work on a holiday, you can either get triple time or you can exchange some of the hours for extra vacation. So because I knew how long we were going to be in Hawaii in 2025, I have been working holidays to earn a little bit of extra, well, working the Christmas holiday, because the last 2 weeks of the year are optional to work, and those are the only days that will cross over into the new year. Anything you work before that, you have to use it or you lose it. So that's what I did, is the days that they had available for my shift, I worked so that I would gain those extra vacation days. And then people, of course, asked, well, you basically used all your vacation days for 2026. Sorry about that. Phone call. So people at work and outside of work were basically like, well, did you just use all of your vacation time already at the beginning of the year? And I'm like, no, because I planned it. That's why I worked the last 2 weekends, so that I would be able to have time to go on vacation for 2 weeks, and then I still have hours left that I can use throughout the year, and I'll be working other holidays that I feel like working to gain extra days when I need them. So kind of finessing the system and making it work for me until everything that I am trying to do to have financial freedom and not be tied down to a 9 to 5 job works out for me, which I guess that is a great transition into the things that I want to accomplish this year. And one of the things I've mentioned in a Hawaii video, how like I just been hearing my dad's voice, which one of the things that he would say whenever we wanted to do something is, if you're gonna do it, do it. So I've been just trying to figure out, okay, I want to do these things. How do I set it up where I'm able to put time into these things to help me get to where I want to get in life? And then also, like, just mindlessly scroll. It might have been a YouTube video that I came across where, and I don't remember what the thing was. I'll probably Google it and put it up on the screen. But where I think it was the Japanese have something where they don't, where like to help with burnout and stuff, it's like you don't have to do everything at once. It's like every day you try to become 1% better. And I was like, oh, that does help take the pressure off of yourself. Like, of course you can work on becoming more than 1% better every day, but 1% better, you add that up 365 days of the year, then you become outstanding every day because you're working towards that next step. So something that I've tried to do in the past is like have a notebook to write stuff down, and then I was encouraged to like be way more what is the word I'm looking for, to be way more consistent with it and try to make sure I keep it with me and always finding a way to write it down and then adding it to this notebook. Is also, there was a video by YouTuber that I watch, Sunday Love, who, and she was talking about how every year she goes through the process of picking a notebook, and that's a notebook that she uses for her businesses and all her ideas and stuff like that. So that's what I've been doing. Yes, I brought my notebook with me while I was driving and running errands, but this is my notebook. It's made sure it's something pretty that I want to carry around and be like, ooh, look what I have, and wouldn't mind whipping out. And then I have a little Sailor Moon pen that I use to write in it. But this is where all of my ideas and stuff have been. What just happened? Oh, this is where all of my ideas and stuff have been going, so that I can keep everything together, and then I know where everything is and ideas, and I don't forget them and I don't lose them, is what I've been doing. I actually have a list in there of all the stuff that I wanted to talk about in this video, but because I'm driving, can't necessarily look at it, so I'm going to try to remember everything. But I know that my house is still a work in progress, but I've been moving things and stuff so that I can bring it home, because I was going to cancel my gym membership because life be life and finances are a thing, and that's $40 that could go somewhere else. I finally cleaned out enough space in my house where I can move the workout stuff that I had to my house. It was down the street at my brother's house, and I have like the little workout balls, and I had some steps and some dumbbells and some kettlebells and some of the cardio equipment, which was already at my house from when I was doing 75 hard. But I got that moved over so that I can do workouts and stuff at home. I can save money so I can still continue to work on my fitness and stuff, which once I get finances and stuff figured out, then I will be, once I get finances and stuff figured out, then I will be trying to find a coach, because 2026, I would like to do a bodybuilding show. It's always been something that I was interested in doing. And, you know, what better time than the new year to start working towards that? Originally, I was going to ask one of my great uncles if he could help me out and train me, because he was a bodybuilder. But Unfortunately, we lost him, but I still want to do it, not only because it was something that I was always interested in doing, but also to make him proud as well. So that is one of the things that I want to work towards 2026, is continue to work on my fitness and eventually do my first competition. And then I wanted to work on my Spanish because, like I mentioned, with the 2 weeks vacation at the beginning of the year, especially because my birthday is so close to the beginning of the year, I've decided that for my 34th birthday in 2027, I want to go to Puerto Rico. I've always wanted to be fluent in Spanish, but working on stuff little by little. And I would practice, get better, and then forget. But what I figured out this time that may work for me is my car has a CD player. And with finally being able to move some of the stuff to my house, I'm going through things and realize that I have CDs that can help me practice with my Spanish. This is just one of the things of the CDs and all of the things that I have in here, right? Just stick it in and practice as I'm driving. But I have like 4 different things with like different CDs. They may not match or anything, but practice is practice, and that's going to help me so that when I get to Puerto Rico, I'll be good and I won't need that much assistance and stuff. And then language learning, and then working on being more consistent, because I also saw a video that you should turn yourself into a business. I also was watching something that said that you should think of yourself as a business, like even if it's like what people would initially look at and think is a business, or social media. So I've been changing my mindset to think of everything that I do on social media a business, because with the search, main reason that I started this was to be encouragement and share information that some people might not have access to or know about. So thinking about that. And then I do actually have a website that I sell photos on. So being more consistent with that and putting that out there as a thing. I do actually have like a journal and a planner that I created a few years ago on the Amazon store, and putting that out there and trying to get stuff up, but just getting everything together so that I can start earning income in different ways and don't have to just deal with my 9 to 5. And I can also work towards not wanting to do it, because some things that I've actually been thinking about is with the Spanish, I'm currently still taking a break from school, but with the Spanish and eventually finishing my degree, like I wanted to be a translator, because that's something that would allow me the freedom to work from anywhere. That would allow me the freedom to work from anywhere and travel as much as I want to, and then I can be long periods other places. Being a translator, recently I've been thinking about, I do enjoy working out in fitness, maybe taking some classes to be a personal trainer, which that will also allow me freedom to work from wherever I want to work and do different things. And something else I've been thinking about is like being a travel advisor or a travel agent as well. As much as I travel and want to travel to go places, figure things out, and then help people train theirs, then that would be something. So just figuring out what that looks like for me in regards to creating business and making money different ways, so that I can have the freedom in life that I want. Since I'm stopped currently waiting on my groceries, what else was it that I wanted to talk to you guys about? We talked about Spanish. We talked about consistency. We talked about the bodybuilding. We talked about, which the thing with the selling of the photos is pick fair, something that I saw on social media, and the website was free. So, yep, I definitely keep you guys updated when I actually do sell something for that. That's right. And then the last couple of things that I want to Also, work on is the time that I spend with the creative things that I like to do in life, my hobbies. So I crochet. I haven't done it in a really long time and I'm really rusty, but I want to get back into doing it and making things because I like giving people gifts. And I feel like it means even more when you like decide, oh, this made me think of you. Let me make you something by hand and give it to you. And even for myself, like making stuff, clothes and stuff like that, working on that type of thing would be cool. They're turning. So I want to start putting more time into crocheting and creating and things like that. And then the other thing is working on my guitar. Now, I have both an electric and an acoustic guitar. I've had my electric guitar since I was in middle school. So it's been a couple of decades that I've had this thing. And I can only play Jingle Bells and Yankee Doodle, and I can only play them when I'm looking at the sheet. I'm not even good enough to like have memorized it and been able to do it. But I want all of that to change this year. I want to actually get better and move from just those two songs to other songs because throughout the year, like we've collected random how to play guitar books and CDs like that. So I have stuff and I don't necessarily have to pay to go to a class or anything like that, which helps financially when you have free stuff that you can use that you've accumulated, but just put in the time to also do that. So yeah, 2026 is just going to be full of me little by little getting better and truly, I'm not going to say trying because I am going to create the life that I want to live. And yeah, and I want to encourage anybody out there to do the same thing. Is life gets stressful and you just gotta sit down, take a breath, write it down if you need to. I'm a person that needs to write everything down and then sit and think about what is the priority. And something that has also been helping me is like, even if I don't get everything that I plan to get done in the day, sitting down and taking a breath is like, no, I didn't. And it kind of stresses me out and it upsets me. But this is what I did get done. So at least I did something. I didn't just lay in the bed all day and do nothing. At least I did something and checked some things off of my list. Even if it's only spending 10 minutes doing it. Because like with the Spanish thing, my drive to work is like 10 to 15 minutes. And that's when I be practicing the Spanish. But to that 10 to 15 minutes every day of the Spanish for me or whatever it is that you're interested in is going to add up. And in a month, 2 months, 3 months, 6 months, the end of the year, you're going to notice the progress. May not be as fast as you want, but at least there is some progress. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and end this video. Let's continue to figure out this life together, and I will see you guys in the next one.